Good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughan with Sam Sports Report. We'll start with the college basketball. It's the Final Four tonight. We're down to 4 officially. It kicks off tonight. It'll be the Florida Atlantic and the San Diego Aztecs. The 31-6. The San Diego Aztecs won 31-6, 15-3 in non-conference games, and 16-3 in conference games. The Owls of FAU went 18-2. (10-0) in their last 10 games. Aztecs are 9-1. Players to watch out for FAU: Jonell Davis and Matt Bradley. FAU is an 8 seed. The last 8 seed to win is Villanova, which was back all the way back in 1985 when pretty much the tournament started, where they accepted 65 teams. That was the first year. San Diego State was favored by 3, as we said. Jonell Davis is my favorite player on FAU. He averaged 13.9. The small guard, Matt Bradley for San Diego State, is another player to watch out for. I'm taking the Owls because they can shoot threes, hit them, and rebound. And I love this guard, Jonell Davis, so that maybe that plays a little favor into it. FAU 65-60. UConn and Miami. It would be Miami's first national championship. It's already Miami's first Final Four. 3 of the 4 teams, it's their first Final Four. UConn is the only one that is not their first Final Four. UConn has been the best team in the tournament and have droughted a lot of teams. Are favored to win almost just as much as almost picking the field, which rarely ever happens. So that means that Connecticut wins. That's Connecticut. And then the field is FAU, San Diego, and Miami. UConn's Adam Stigno is a player to watch out for. Isaiah Wong is a player to watch out for Miami. UConn is favored by 5.5. San Diego State line flipped to 2.5 before I looked. So there's your line. 75-70 is the score I'll take UConn by. Bill Barnwell, ESPN, NFL. Former Colt Yannick Ngakoue is a player talked about in this article. He would like him to go to the Chiefs. So would I. At a cheap price, 2 years, $19 million, would I have him at? That's what I like him about. I would never have him on a 1-year deal, but if we can get out 2 years and get out in 1, that's fine with me. Jamal Williams, I would like for the Chiefs to look at the Bengals left tackle. Jawan Taylor, I think, is better suited at the right tackle, but maybe have to be at the left tackle until the Chiefs can find somebody in the draft or find somebody in free agency. This is just an idea. I think drafting and putting somebody at the left tackle by the end of the season would also work. Former Chief Marcus Peters. It feels as if the 3-time Pro Bowler has been moved around forever, and Peters just turned 30, and it still should have something to offer. Possible deal, 1-year deal with the Giants. Peters. Would I ever take him back as the Chiefs? Almost doesn't matter anymore. Yes, I'm positive I probably would not take him back as the Chiefs. At one time, I may have thought about it. It may have been last year or earlier than that. What you always have to deal with is baggage. It's the answer. The answer is no, probably. The answer might be no always. Because you don't want that attitude on this team, especially when you're this good. And you have the potential to be better at Chiefs right now. And these players are probably just as good at cornerback as he was. Now, we've got to look back. I love to look back at his center tantrum. Here's Marcus Peters.
Try here. McCown, moving pocket. McCown, nothing going on that side. McCown spins away. McCown, desperation throw. And a flag down.
They're going to get Nelson for holding.
McCown just bought time, hoping something would develop. And Marcus Peters took the ball and chucked it into the stands.
So that's 3 penalties potentially on this play against the Chiefs.
He took the flag. The flag ended up in the stands.
I have never seen that before in my life. Have you?
No. I've seen him kick a ball into the stands.
Unsportsmanlike conduct for this act by Marcus Peters.
Yeah, Peters just hoisted the flag.
And the hat comes off because the official was out of flags. That's a souvenir there. We got holding in the end zone against Nelson.
And Peters is being escorted off. Peters completely lost his cool. It's happened before. But at such a critical stage, this is a 5-point game.
And it might also have been roughing the passer. There's a flag at the 22-yard line where McCown launched that ball. Justin Houston. Nope, it wasn't on Houston.
It was Chris Jones.
Yep.
I think this is, yeah, you want to post that on social media.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 22. That's been declined. Prior to the pass, holding, defense number 20. That penalty is accepted for the retry. Half the distance to the goal.
Talked about Chiefs to OBJ Jr. I would look at him and say maybe I have promised he would not be a distraction. And if he would, we would cut him. And there would be no money that we'd have to pay him if we cut him. Throughout the end of the season. If we had to cut him in the middle of the season. He's got to know that he's got to be bringing his attitude to the game. And then Arkansas went up and got slaughtered by UConn.
Yeah, UConn is on a roll.
So we've got UConn in there now, and they went on a pretty good roll. We don't really even talk about them. I mean, they dominated so much it wouldn't even really matter.
Yeah, they dominated their Sweet 16 matchups. They are, like I said, they're peaking at. I think they probably will win it all.
So that one. So those 4 teams are in. Who wins it all in your mind?
UConn wins it all.
You can either take the field or you take UConn.
I'm taking UConn. They are on a roll.
They are. I'm taking UConn, but I'm hoping somebody beats them.
With the way this tournament is going, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody beat them because
I really like to see Florida Atlantic now, although I didn't say I didn't like Lynn. I guess they can win. They went to they were right next to my campus. So I guess I want them to win. But they don't have to win. I mean, San Diego State can win if they want to. I don't want I want Miami to win. I like Miami. Now I don't like Ohio State. I would never put Ohio State again because they took the national championship for Miami in football. It's not a pass.
yeah. I remember that game.
I don't know.
That pass interference penalty.
I was like 7.
Yeah, I was watching that game with some good friends, and we were stunned because that was almost the last time Miami's really been kind of heard from in football.
I'm pretty sure it was when the ice storm was going on or whatever. Close to that time around there. Not but close to that time around there.
Might have been close because I was in Omaha at the time, and
We had a terrible storm here, if you remember that.
I don't think we had an ice storm in Omaha that night. We may have, but I do remember that game very well.
So it could have been. I could have just been at the hotel with my cousin, but we were at the same hotel that we stayed up when the ice storm hit.